Guess what, guys? I have a script this time. I hope it changes something because I spent 6 hours last time on editing. Even though it clearly does not show it all. The paradox here is that even though I watched twice as many movies from the 70s as from the 60s, I can only recommend half as many. It's so bad actually, I wanted to do top 5 instead, but screw it. 7 movies out of those top 10 are 7 out of 10 stars or less. That's ridiculous. The 70s was lacking so badly. Anyway, let's go. Number 10, Rocky, 1976. This movie is so much worse than you remember. Seriously. It has something to say, but it's so muddled up with this ridiculous love story and the brother of the love interest of the main character story. Yeah, this is a movie about love, if you forgot. The training and the boxing take up only less than 30% of the movie. It's so bad. It could have been so much better. 6 out of 10. Number 9, Cabaret, 1972. The premise is good, the actors are fine, the songs are also good, but for some reason overall this movie isn't very good. 6 out of 10. Number 8, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 1977. This is the only Spielberg movie I kinda like. Also, this is one of a handful of movies that don't demonize or humanize aliens and just let them be what they are, beyond our comprehension. But again, it's too drawn out and slow. 6 out of 10. The next 4 movies are all 7 out of 10. Number 7. Ivan Vasilievich changes his profession. Yeah, I know, that's a very interesting title. Okay, so this is a Soviet comedy about a Russian Tsar that traveled into the 70s Moscow. Yeah, it's comedy. It's pretty funny and it's a good gateway into Soviet movies. 7 out of 10. Number 6, Solaris. This is a Soviet movie adaptation of a Polish science fiction writer's novel. This is a movie about a sentient ocean on an alien planet that is materializing living beings from the memory of the astronauts that are orbiting the planet. It's very trippy and deep, and if you are a science fiction fan, watch it. 7 out of 10. Number 5, Taxi Driver. Okay, critics love this movie, but I'm not a fan. The only reason this movie works is because of DeNiro and Scorsese's synergy. You remove one or the other, this whole movie just falls apart, and it shows. Basically, this is a movie about being so deep into your own mind that you fail to discern reality from your own thoughts. If you're a psychology fan, watch it. The next movie is also from USSR. I already told you that the 70s were bad. Like if 3 out of top 10 movies are from Soviet Union, you know you fucked up. Come on 70s, you could have been better. Stalker, 1979. Okay, before there was a Ukrainian video game, there was this movie. And before there was this movie, there was a science fiction novel, which this movie is loosely based on. Visually, this is a movie about 3 middle-aged guys camping through the anomaly-ridden wilderness. But nothing actually happens. They just talk a lot. Conceptually, this is a movie about our relationship with our innermost desires. If you are a philosophy fan, watch this. 7 out of 10. Before we finally move out to the movies I can actually recommend, honorable mentions. Friday, a lot of horror movies, like this was a horror movie decade. Friday the 13th, 3 out of 10. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 3 out of 10. Jaws, 3 out of 10. Alien, 3 out of 10. Omen, 4 out of 10. Halloween, 4 out of 10. Grease, 4 out of 10. The Shining, 4 out of 10. Once Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 4 out of 10. Eraserhead, 5 out of 10. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, 5 out of 10. Carrie, 5 out of 10. The Exorcist, 5 out of 10. A Clockwork Orange, 5 out of 10. The Godfather 1 and 2, 5 out of 10. Murder on the Orient Express, 5 out of 2. 5 out of 10. The Blues Brothers, 6 out of 10. Okay, that's all. And now movie number 3, Network, 1976. This movie aged like fine wine. It's about how the media controls what you think and how you are 100% on board with it. It's kind of amazing how little has changed in that regard. Just like replace television with social media and you get the exact same picture. Anyone who is using social media, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you do, or still watches TV for some reason, should watch this movie. 8 out of 10. Let me be honest with you. I don't like musicals. And I don't like them not because they're musicals. I don't like them because, generally speaking, musicals are more concerned with the songs than with the story. So the result you get is a bad movie with good songs. But this movie, this is one musical that put story first. And it resulted in a great movie. It's a movie about man's relationship with death. And there are very few movies that deal with exactly this topic. I don't actually know any. Maybe you can suggest some to me in the comments. If you are aware that one day you will die, you should watch this movie. All That Jazz, 1979. 9 out of 10. I already told you that I'm disappointed with the 70s, and I was so disappointed in fact that I wanted to skip this entire decade, but this movie single-handedly stopped me from doing that. This movie is true art, a literal masterpiece. If you want to be able to say, I know what a movie is, without lying, you should watch it. Apocalypse Now, 1979. 11 out of 10. I'm not joking. And that's it. Subscribe to my channel. I have at least 3 more tops to go with, maybe more. The closer we are to the present, the more movies there are and the better they are. Surprisingly, most recent movies are the best movies. Yeah, if you want to discuss movies with me, you can do this in the comments. Or you can DM me on Discord and I will add you to our server, and so on. Anyway, determinism is freedom.